So what do you feel like you got accomplished here these first 2 days?
You know, I think it's always hard after a summer of not being really the whole team against each other. In the summer, we're routes against air. We're 7-on-7 sometimes, but it's never the whole team with helmets on against each other, calling plays with the coaches out there. So I think anytime you get back into that, it's a little, change, and it's some guys got to get used to. Even some older guys that haven't done it in a while. If you haven't practiced since spring ball we left, it's many months. So I think we're just getting back into the flow of things. I think we're coming along, speaking offensively, but we know we have a long way to go.
What do you think gives you an edge in the quarterback competition?
I think I know my strengths well. I'm not under any impression that I'm going to beat anyone with my athleticism, but I try to do what I do as good as I can. So I think about trying to work to my strengths, and I think you can always chip away at your weaknesses, which I constantly try to do. But I think if you can really maximize your strengths and what you do best is, I think what gives you an advantage.
I mean, are you fully recovered from the foot issue and all that?
All good.
You're all good from that standpoint.
100% healthy. Yep.
Right. What did you spend the off season trying to work on or fine tune this summer?
Yeah. So when you have an injury like that, it kind of breaks you back down. You have to walk before you run again. So you literally have to. I'm in a boot for a while, and then once you get out of the boot, you got to learn to walk again. So specifically for my injury, it was getting my toe where it needed to be, range of motion, flexibility, mobility, strength, balance, all those things. And then it was actually nice being able to be in the spring and get some mental reps. I had a lot of years of mental reps standing back there, but I think you take them for granted once you're in. You come out and you're thinking about what you just did rather than trying to be in the moment and see what other guys are doing. So I think the mental reps definitely are something I tried to focus on in the spring, and then obviously just continuing. You can kind of restart film study in the off season. You have a lot of time to watch what you want to watch, so restudying the playbook, searching for new things, and then preparing for who we're going to play.
How much confidence do you have knowing you won this job last year in camp?
I think it helps, but in all reality, it's a new season. There's new teams we're going to play. We're a completely new team. I would say I'm a different player than I was as you progress year to year. So those things you keep in the back of your mind as confidence, but this is what have you done lately business. So you got to do it every day, and you're going to have bad days, you're going to have good days, but yesterday's forgotten, and we're focused on today and then the next day after that. So
where do you think you're different?
I think I really think I've said this before, but the game reps are so priceless, and when you're in the game, I mean, the bullets are flying, the fire's hot, and it's different if practice you mess up. As a quarterback, you're not going to be physically punished, but in the game, you are literally physically punished if you mess up. So I think just being in the game and understanding the speed of the game gives you confidence, and now you come out to practice with a more understanding of a feel like if I hang out in the pocket for this long, this isn't going to end well. So it just gives you a better feel of the game.
What is it going to take for this team to get things turned around and get back to a bowl game?
I think it started months ago. I don't think it starts right now. I think it started months ago. We had an unbelievable offseason with training in the winter into the spring, and then in the summer. I mean, we were working as hard as we've worked over my 5 years I've been here. So I think that's where it starts, in the weight room and things like that, and coming together. And, there's problems that arise with, different guys on the team that you got to get corrected. And, again, that starts in the offseason. But now coming out to hear the camp, that being said, you can be as strong, as fast, as good in the weight room as you want, but we got to learn how to finish football games. We look at last season, everything. You guys can correct me. I think every game was within a touchdown, 10 points, something like that. So it's not like we're getting blown out. It's little things that we need to learn how to finish, which is obviously easier said than done, but we're going to get it done.
What do you think of your receiver group? You got David and some younger guys that are going to need to step up, but I mean, what are you seeing out of that group right now?
Yeah, that's the thing in practice with the receivers. There's more rotation because they're running so much. So a lot of guys get in there and get reps. So you're going to have younger guys with the ones that are going to get reps and got to understand what they're doing. So I think we came along later in the summer having meetings with the younger guys, and trying to get them to understand, like, you can be as talented as you want. If you don't know what you're doing, it doesn't matter. And I think the guys are picking that up, and I'm proud of what the young guys are doing. And I think the old guys, the veterans, it's more the little things, which I think we're doing.
How much do you pride yourself just on being a leader at the quarterback position and making sure you're being vocal in practice, kind of matching the energy that the defense is kind of putting out there?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think, there's no doubt when you look at the quarterback position, you're not often you have a non-vocal quarterback.
Right.
So you're going to be obviously barking out your cadence, but between reps, between plays, you have to be communicating, telling people what they need to improve on, asking coaches what you need to improve on. And I also think it makes it more fun. You get in the flow of it. You get talking to your teammates. You can read guys' moods more. If they had a good practice, bad practice, it allows you to connect with guys, I think, more because they understand you're out there. We're not asking guys to do anything we're not going to do in terms of working hard and doing those things. So it's a responsibility, but it's a responsibility that comes with great joy.
What is it like for a quarterback to have a guy like David Bell on the field all the time?
Yeah, we've been pretty lucky over the last couple of years with Rondell and David, and you watch him and it's weird. He doesn't seem like he's running very fast. He doesn't seem like he's super intense about anything, but the kid has a laser focus. He'll rip your throat out. He wants to win football games as bad as anyone. You can see him right now out here working after practice. He, again, is, like I said about quarterbacks, he's not going to be a vocal leader, but he's going to do things right all the time. He's not going to be on any discipline list. He's not going to, be late for class or anything like that. So it's guys like that you need to also lead by example.
Is it hard when you've got a guy like that on the field not to look to him every single time?
Yeah. I probably got in trouble, last year doing that a couple too many times. It's just he can break a lot of plays open. So you want to find the right balance of getting it to him. And that being said, that opens up everybody else. And we have so many other talented guys that I'm sure you guys are going to hear their names a lot this year. So it's going to be a fun year with the whole receiving crew.
Is that one thing that you do have to work on is spreading it out and balance and not always trying to get it to number 3
Yep.
or maybe number 4 at times?
Right. No doubt. I think against Northwestern especially, I think I had, even against Iowa, I had maybe 19, 20 targets against him, and Northwestern was the same. And a lot of those I wouldn't take back, but some of them I would, and try to find someone else. It hurts to watch those games. Even in wins, loss, doesn't matter. It hurts to watch when you watch reps in the game of you could have gone somewhere else with the ball and it would have been a better play. So, but I think we're going to get there. I try to encourage the guys. I'm thinking of TJ Sheffield, who I missed a couple times in that Northwestern game. He's just streaking down the middle for a touchdown. So those things kind of keep you up. But what's more important is, are we going to hit them this year?
Right.
Yeah.
Outside of the receivers, just in the first few days at camp, who's stepping up, whether it be an individual or another position group?
Yeah, I think our offensive line has been, I got to mention them, they've been working maybe as hard as any position group on the team. This offseason, Coach Callaway is working those guys really hard, and it's for a goal. We're trying to see these guys, the offensive line, I should say, and then the tight ends as well, Payne and those guys making plays. Xander is a steady hand. Obviously, he's a guy we can count on always. But I'll just say the offensive line, they've had their struggles, but they're coming along and they're working hard. That's all you can ask is, are we putting one foot in front of the other and getting better day by day?